Hi, it's Eve. I'm going to be sharing today some messages I've received regarding the way that we starve ourselves, the way that we deny ourselves what we truly desire, what we're truly hungry for, and why we do that and how we can free ourselves. So going from self-sacrifice and starvation to satisfaction. So I read this book called Peony in Love, and it tells of an ancient Chinese opera that's often compared to Romeo and Juliet, that inspired a wave of lovesick maidens to starve themselves in the hope for a love that transcends death, rather than accept a fate that had been chosen for them, like an arranged marriage. And a Korean author named Han Kang just won the Nobel Prize for Literature for a book title is translated as The Vegetarian. This tells a story of a woman who chooses to starve herself rather than continue to participate in the violence that is eating, the killing of plants and animals, and the violence of a domesticated life that has no true freedom. Right now I'm cat sitting in New Hampshire, and one of the cats, Trisket, wasn't eating. At first I wasn't worried, the owners had just left and he's a sensitive cat. But one day I couldn't find him. And knowing that he hadn't eaten for a few days, I became frightened. Like, is he hiding somewhere, preparing to die? After searching and crying for a while, I didn't know what else to do, and I decided to go for a walk. And as I was putting my boots on, he appeared out of nowhere, and I was so relieved. But God had my attention. What was up with all of these messages of starvation? So in the book, when Peony dies, she becomes this hungry ghost. And she tries everything to regain the attention of her love that she had left behind. But she discovers that what she's truly been hungry for was her own artistic expression. I too have been a hungry maiden, longing for true love, a person who could fully meet me and complete me. But I am beginning to see that, like Peony, what I'm truly hungry for is the full expression of my own life force. We are all wired for ecstasy, this experience of going beyond who we know ourselves to be, to let our imagination run wild and free. So why do we deny ourselves what we truly desire, which is the ecstatic expression of our own creativity? Well, the answer is shame. We have believed in the lies that tell us that we can't trust our desires, that desire and hunger leads to greed and addiction and selfishness and overconsumption. But this only happens because we deny ourselves true satisfaction. Instead of allowing the desire that we feel to be this pure life force that directs us to what we really want and need, we instead experience desire as discomfort, something to be numbed, to be fed with culturally acceptable forms of relief. The powers that were, they want to keep us hungry and asleep, because if we were to remember our nature as infinite creators, we would be unstoppable. We could not be controlled. That cat Trisket, he eventually ate when I gave him tuna. He had been fed dry food all his life. And I wondered, maybe he's just not willing to settle anymore. Maybe he's at a point in his life where he would rather die than have anything less than what he wants. I know this may be a projection, but this idea resonated for me because this time around, I'm not here to sacrifice to survive. I am here to savor the adventure of my life, to be in ecstatic anticipation of what I know is already mine, to remember that I am actually so much larger than this one life. My safety, my success, my happiness, they're inevitable. I am already infinite. So instead of believing in the glory of self-sacrifice, this belief that if I deny myself now, that at some future time when I finally deserve more, or when I am in heaven, I can experience the joy of life. No, I choose to self-satisfy now. Because I'm no sleeping beauty, I don't need a prince or any outer circumstance to wake up from this trance. So let's go, like, to the voice that says, you're so vain, wanting to dress in beautiful clothes and have all these pictures and videos of yourself everywhere. And who are you kidding? You shouldn't have any attention. You're almost 47. Who does that voice belong to? Who does it serve for me to stay hidden? Oh, right. The status quo, the billboards of all the white women all over Asia that say, buy this cream, change the color of your skin, cut your face until it's a different shape. And if you're beyond 25, you better not look your age. The patriarchy and the global economy profit heavily from self-misogyny. Let's slay another lie. You're still not able to live independently? You better work harder and make some real money. Stop wasting time on your dreams, or you'll never have freedom and security. That voice doesn't belong to me. My dream is to free humanity from all forms of slavery. So yeah, believing that I should be working on something else only helps the old system maintain itself. The next time you feel shame, remember, 1, it doesn't belong to you. It is a foreign voice, an invader. And 2, ask yourself who is profiting from you making yourself smaller, because it's not you. You are free. You are infinite. You are already married to your true heart's desire. The fulfillment of your desires is inevitable. So do not settle for anything less. Jump into the center of your desires with 2 feet and enjoy the ride.